So in this video I'm going to show you me cutting this section of this property, this lawn. I've split this property into two different cutting cycles. So 1 week I will go and I will cut all the grass, which I call the nice grass, which is all the stuff closer to the house which I can cut with my roller mowers. All this stuff you'll see me cutting today is more like I suppose it used to be part of the field at one stage, because it's very lumpy and bumpy, and I need to use a different mower on this section out here. So this is the one I use my mulching mower on. If I was to try and use the roller mower on any of this ground, it's just far too bumpy and lumpy, and it jolts me all around. So I split this place into two different visits. 1 week I cut the nice grass, and 1 week I cut the long grass. So this day was a Thursday, and normally at this property I will cut on a Wednesday, but this was filmed a sort of week or so ago, and the Wednesday in question was absolutely pouring down with rain. I couldn't get to this job, so I had to move a few things around, which made last week absolutely hectic busy for me, because I had to come in and I didn't leave this property for a week, because I just know if I was to leave it for a week the grass would be crazy long, especially with all the rain we've had in the last week or so. This place just tends to grow like crazy. They had a long, you may be able to see here on the left hand side, there's a strip of grass that is very lush, and this strip of grass was a repair job. They had a lot of building work done, and this was a repair job that some landscapers put in for them, and it grows like crazy. Now that we've had the rain that we've had and the heat we're having as well, this grass will be growing inches and inches every week. When I have a wet day, it's always a tricky thing to try and catch up on. Normally I will try my best to get back to the customer later in the week, especially if it's a job like this that I do not want to let it get on top of me. If it's a weeding job, I will probably scrap that, and in fact on this day there were two weeding jobs that I did scrap, and they just have to wait until the next visit now, unfortunately. But a lawn like this, there's no chance I want to leave it for another week, just because it just gets too out of hand for me. And on this Thursday was actually a fairly nice day. The ground was fairly moist, but I managed to get the grass down nice and low and keep on top of things. Now I know I'll get some comments if I don't mention it, so the things on my boots, you may be able to notice I have something over the top of my boots. These are called boot guards, and I was sent these by a fellow YouTuber, Pitwater Mowing, Ray, sent me some boot guards last year. Still got them, still use them every time I'm mowing. I don't ever like to really mow without them anymore. So Ray watched one of my videos where I think I had got some bits and pieces in my boots and I was sort of shaking them all out. Well, Ray saw that video and got in touch with me and said he wanted to send me something. So he sent me these boot guards, and they're absolutely brilliant. I've not been able to find them really over here in the UK, but I tend to use them for grass cutting, even when I'm hedge cutting, that sort of thing, because it stops all the rubbish falling into my boots. And I used to get home from work, and although I tried to be as tidy as I can, my socks would all be covered in grass. My missus would be cursing me, I'm walking grass in the house and all the rest of it. So these boot guards have really come in handy. They keep my boots free from any muck, and they keep my missus happy as well. So I will link up Ray's channel here. He's got a very good channel if you like watching purely people cutting grass, then Ray is the channel for you. I'll link it here, and yeah, go and show him some love. So with all the wet and warm weather we've been having lately, everything is putting on real spurt of growth, and I'm really busy at the minute, run off my feet. So I am struggling a little bit to get the videos out as regular as I would like them to be, but must be honest, work sort of, you know, takes precedent over things like that. So for the last sort of couple of months, 3 months really, everything's been lawns. Every day of the week is cutting grass. Now all of a sudden, nearly into June, I'm starting to get a couple of phone calls for hedge work. I always prefer doing hedge work into June. When you get to June, hopefully most of the birds have stopped nesting by now, or most of the birds have gone on and their nests will all be empty. Nothing worse for me to be cutting a hedge early on in the year and disrupt a bird's nest. I'll always find something to disrupt, you know, a bird's nest. So I like to start them in June, and yeah, I mean obviously the customers are exactly the same because the phone started ringing for hedge work. A lot of the hedge phone calls I get are all just one-offs. Maybe people I've worked for in the past that they call me in once a year or twice a year to do some of their hedge work. So along with the wet days we've had and the long grass we're now getting, I have to find space for a few hedges as well. So it really is all systems go. I don't really want to start working weekends, but if I have to, I may have to just cram a couple in just to just to keep everybody happy. How do you guys do it? Let me know in the comments. How do you guys cope with your wet days? Are you getting plenty of phone calls? What sort of phone calls are you getting? Are you getting lawn work? Are you getting weeding work, hedge work? Let me know in the comments, guys. So this job is all finished off, and there's a section here that I always trim. I normally tend to, as you can see, there's a long strip there that I can't get the mower down, but I will trim that section at some point. So yes, this job is all finished off. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like the video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. I have no idea what the next video will be for you, whether or not it will be a hedge cutting video or more lawns, but I'm sure I'll have a video out for you very soon. Take care, guys, be good, and I'll see you next time.